In this installation of Nail Art 101, I'll be sharing some of my tips and tricks on how to paint your nails perfectly. Always start off with clean, groomed nails. Make sure your cuticles are pushed back and your nail plate is free of any debris or oil. If you'd like to know how I do that, click the info card here and check out my nail care routine video. Next, you want to apply a base coat. There's a million different base coats for a million different purposes, so you can also check out my Base Coats 101 video where I explain the different types. Next, pick your polish. Now, the polish you pick will determine how well your manicure turns out. Too thick of a polish, you risk getting bald spots, waiting eons for the layers to dry, and your manicure will overall not last as long. Whereas a thin polish could quickly flood your nails, which would be a disaster if the polish was dark. Plus, thin polish is usually sheer, which means it could take several coats to build up the color. So now that you have your polish, you can begin painting. I usually dip my brush into the polish and remove the product from one side. Usually when my nails are long, I don't remove all of the product from the back side of the brush because I need a little more to completely cover the nail plate. Now set the brush down a little more than halfway up your nail and push the product up. Try to get as close to your hyponychium as you can, but if you're just starting out, it's totally okay to leave a little extra space rather than flood your nail. But keep practicing, because the smaller the gap, the more professional your manicure will look, and not to mention, you'll buy more time before you can tell your polish is growing out. Pull the remaining product down your nail, then to the sides. I find the popular method of trying to paint a nail in 3 strokes to be a little impractical, so do as many strokes as you want until your polish starts to dry, because then it can start to pull the color you already placed. If you have a free edge, make sure to wrap the polish you have left on your brush around the tip of your nails. This will help your mani last longer. Painting your dominant hand can be a little trickier, so here are some steps I take to make the process easier. First off, lay your hand on a flat surface. Next, make sure you have the appropriate amount of product on your brush and move your hand instead of the brush to get into the sides. Also, keep a toothpick or orange stick on hand to quickly clean up any areas that flooded. And to cap the free edge, I like to turn my hand towards me to see it better. Now you can apply a second coat if you need it, but make sure you're letting the layers dry in between. I find they don't necessarily have to be completely dry, but the drier the better. And you might have also noticed that I leave one thumbnail bare until the very end to wipe off any flooded polish on my non-dominant hand. And I've said it 1,000 times, but what really transforms a manicure is a little cuticle cleanup. I use an angled brush dipped in nail polish remover to go around the gap I left between my polish and my skin to clean up the shape just a little. Now all that's left is to apply a fast drying top coat to smooth out the finish and protect your color. If you found this video helpful, let me know by leaving me a thumbs up and comment down below what Nail Art 101 video you'd like to see next.